As a reminder, you are going to have your test on Monday when you walk in. This review, I do not want you to put in your notebook. I want you to take home. If you have your head down, if you can please pick it up. And then if y'all can please close your computers. You don't need them as you're checking with me because I'll do all the calculations. So close your computers, please. All right, if you have a question like this is multiple choice, it says, which of the following is equivalent to, could I sit here and do my tree for this problem? Yes. Sure. However, do you agree 245 is a really big number? Yes. Do you also agree I have multiple choice answers? Yes. So what can I do here? I can straight up plug this in the calculator. What is the square root of 245? It is 15.65. Now, what am I going to do to find the other to find my answer? Plug in my answer choices and see which one gives me the same decimal. So let me do this like this. There we go. I am also going to plug in, the first one is 5 square root of 49. Yes. Whoa. Let's do that again. The first one is 5 square root of 49. That doesn't work. Then we got to try 7 square root of 5. Oh, look, 7 square root of 5 gives me 15.65. I'm a big advocate of testing all of them out just in case. And then 5 square root of 7. But it's very obvious what is the answer. B. Okay? For these next questions, if I don't give you any answer choices, you're going to have to do the tree branch. All right? So I'm only going to do a couple of these. I'm not going to do all of them. Say it again. Do you have any answer choices? No. So plugging it into decimals, it will give you a decimal, and this says no decimals. That's a decimal. It's still, I want an exact answer. So the only way you can give an exact answer is with a radical. So I'm going to do the smaller numbers. Are y'all cool with that? Just to take up time. Okay. Actually, I can give you, if I can do 189 in my head, what did y'all get for 189? 189 divides by 49? This one right here, you would have gotten 3 square roots of 21 if you did it. Alright, for this one, 60, do y'all get 6 and 10? 6 is 2 and 3, and I'm going to exit out the 6. 10 is 5 and 2. And all of those are prime numbers. As a reminder, your prime numbers are 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. That's really the ones that we go to. And then what's my rule? Who goes on the outside? Who gets to go outside and play? The twins. So the 2 goes on the outside. And who's all by themselves inside? 3 and 5. And what am I going to do to those numbers? What is 3 times 5? 15. So my answer is 2 square root of 15. What you can do in the calculator for these is you can check yourself by typing in the square root of 60 and then whatever answer you get to see if they're equivalent. That's what you can do. So you know you got it right. For 28, you should get 4 and 7 and 2 and 2. And then again, what's my rule? Twins go, and you only put one of them outside. And who's all by themselves? Goes inside. To save time on 48, I'm going to tell you that you should have gotten 4 square roots of 3. For 20, 20 is 4 times 5 and 2 and 2. Who's going to go on the outside? The 2's. Who's going to be inside? Why is that not my answer, though?
Oh, you have to multiply 3.
I have the 3. I got to bring it out front. And then what's 3? And you just multiply. 3 times 2 is 6 square root of 5. I know I'm going kind of fast. Do I have any questions about what I'm doing? And then again, you can check yourself, are these two things the same? Last one, 12 is 6 and 2. 6 is, my pairs are on the outside. Who's all by himself? But I have this 7. I have to multiply. What is 7 times 2? So this is 14. That's what I said.
Oh, sorry.
Right? Okay. Does that make sense? Okay. I just burnt my tongue. What? What?
What?
Oh, it's T.
And you got
So I can get rid
4
of it.
square root of 3 over 5?
Yes. Yes. Oh, yes, right there.
Because I accidentally did 2 times 12 instead of 4 times 12.
Okay, that makes sense.
Wait, what?
Mhm. All right, for these next problem, the next 2 problems, do you have any degrees in this? When we have no degrees, yesterday, what did we decide we were going to do? Pythagorean theorem. So both of these problems are Pythagorean theorem. So, as a reminder, and you'll get Pythagorean theorem in case you forget it, but as a reminder, Pythagorean theorem is c squared equals a squared plus b squared. And I have to label A, B, C. Be careful, there were some of y'all that just automatically labeled A, B, X with C. A, B, X with C. That's not how it goes. What is always going to be C? Across from the 90. So, if you're doing Pythagorean theorem, across from the 90 is always your C. Then the other 2, it doesn't matter which one's A or B. And I'm going to plug into Pythagorean theorem. C squared equals A squared plus B squared. C squared equals A squared plus B squared. You can write X or you can write a B, it doesn't matter. Now, what did we learn we do if we are looking for our C? I have to do the square root, and I am adding when I do the square root. And you are just putting that in the calculator. So I'm going to do, don't forget to do your square root. A lot of people were forgetting that yesterday. 3 squared plus 4 squared is, my answer is 5. But what if I'm looking for B? What do I need to do? I have to subtract them. Now, be careful. When you subtract them, you have to do the bigger number first, or it's going to give you undefined in your calculator. And when I subtract them, then I have to do the square root. And I get, 14 squared minus 11 squared is 8.66. Do I have any questions? The next 2 problems, what do you notice about these? 8.66. Make sure you show that work right there. Again, my goal is that Monday morning when y'all are waiting outside, you're looking at this review to just kind of get ready for this test. Both of these are what type of problems? These are 45, 45, 90. How come the second one is a 45, 45, 90? Because it has the tick marks. If it has a tick marks, that's what it is. So this side is 8. What's the bottom? 8. And then what is my diagonal OW going to be? You just put a root 2 right next to it. Now going backwards, what if I have the diagonal is 87 square root of 2? What's going to be down here? Just the 87. And I can add the tick marks because it's 45, 45, 90. What's going to be on the side? 87. Last but not least, we have 30, 60, 90 triangles. So if I have a 30, I can add a 60. And what do we do with 30, 60, 90 triangles? Make a chart. On your test, you're going to have questions. I think actually a lot of the questions are worth 6 points. 3 points is just straight up showing me work. This is showing me work. This is showing me work. Honestly, you don't even really need work, maybe putting the 45s and tick marks. Those are a little bit easier, right? Alright, and I will be giving you this tomorrow, so if you don't remember it, you can at least draw the chart that's on my board. So I'm going to do both charts right now real quick. 30, 60, 90, X, X. Alright, for this first one, what am I given? The 30. I have 5 across from the 30. So I'm going to put a 5 in the 30 column. Then what goes in the 60 column? And the 90 column? Times it by 2 and you get 10. Y'all do really good with the chart. But you have to be able to put it back into the triangle, which some people, as I gave you your assignments back, y'all didn't put them back on the triangle. So SM on the bottom, which answer is going to go on the bottom? What's this across from? The 60. So what's the 60? That is SM. AM is across from what? The 90. So that one's 10. Am I going to burn myself again? Alright, next one. What did I give you this time? Across from the 90, I gave you a 40. So I'm going to put that 40 in the 90 column. How do I go backwards to find X? Instead of multiplying by 2, I'm going to divide by 2. So my 30 column is 20. And what's across from the 30 here? What side? LO. So what's going to be my 60 column? 20 square root of 3 is the other answer. What we just did is about 60 points on your test. This is about 60 points of your test. Straight up. And half of that is just showing work. That's kind of why I do like this test, is although it's really hard, if you show work, you get points. So make sure you're showing work for every problem. Alright, these problems are either on the test, it's either going to be a really big gimme and y'all do great, or it is a not so hot because you don't know what you're doing. So, first things first, what do you got to do? Get the biggest number. On all of these problems, I want you to box your biggest number. That's what you are going to find first. That's your C squared. So 17 squared, 27 squared, and 20.1 squared. And you are going to put those in the calculator. So let's see what we get. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. So 17 squared is 289. 27 squared is 729. And 20.1 squared is 404.01. Those are my c-squareds. Those are the first numbers. Alexa, you with me? DJ, you with me? Now I need to do my a squared plus my b squared. I'm going to add the other two, square and add the other two. 12 squared plus 9 squared. 9.6 squared plus 18 squared. And I'm going to do 19 squared plus 18 squared. So this is 225. This is 416.16. This is the day I was not here when y'all learned this. And this is 685. And now you need to compare them. 289, is it bigger, smaller, or equal? 289 is bigger than that. Do y'all agree? So if it's bigger than that, what type of triangle is it? Obtuse. 404, is it bigger, smaller, or equal to 416? This is smaller. So then this is going to be acute. And last but not least, 729. Is it bigger, smaller, or equal to 685? It is bigger. Did y'all get these answers? Y'all got the same things? Okay. That is what you are doing. Take your c squared, figure out the answer, and then your a squared plus b squared. This is a very good pay. Y'all, this is 18 points. You're going to get 3 points for the answer, 3 points for showing work. Do not show work. Alright, which of the following students created a right triangle? We're going to do the same thing. Alright, what do we do first? Take the biggest number, box it. Oh look, the biggest number is the same. So what is 25 squared? I'm just going to tell you it's 625. And then take the two smaller numbers, and we're running out of lead here. And put those in the calculator. So I got 10 squared plus 15 squared is 325. And then I have 7 squared plus 24 squared is 625. It wanted to know which one is a right triangle. Is this one going to be a right triangle? Are they the same? No, they're not the same. Is this one going to be a right triangle? Are they the same? Yes. So Aries is the answer. And that's going to go in the trash. Last 3 questions are all word problems. The back page of your test is going to be word problems. It says the picture at the right shows an isosceles right triangle. What's an isosceles right triangle? What can I add to this picture?
Tick marks.
I can add 2 tick marks, and what else can I add?
Square.
A little box right there. And I want to know, what is the distance between Kroger and the gas station? Kroger and the gas station. So that's right here. How do I go backwards? If I have a pretty number on the diagonal, your answer is just to divide it by square root of 2. This is a 45-45 triangle. You divide it by the square root of 2 if you have a pretty number there. 2 friends, Andy and Tony, are walking home from school. So here is the school. Andy walks east 0.5 miles. home. So that's Andy's house. Here's JV. Tony walks, oops, I should have went the other way, 1.5 miles south, right here. Here's Tony's house. I'm going to put the 0.5 there. He walks 1.5 miles south and gets to his house. Draw a diagram and determine the distance between Andy and Tony's house. How far are their houses from each other? What am I going to do here? Pythagorean theorem. I don't have any angles. I don't know my C, so I have C, A, and B. So this is going to be C squared equals 1.5 squared plus 0.5 squared. I'm looking for C. What do I do? I got to do square root on both sides and add. So I'm going to get 1.5 squared plus 0.5 squared. And they live 1.58 miles from each other. Last one, a rectangular field is 90 yards by 120 yards. How many yards would Coach Dyer run if he ran diagonally across the field? Do y'all agree that this just creates one triangle like this if he's running diagonally? Mm-hmm. And I know 120 is on the top, but what's on the side even though it's over here? 90. I can also put 90 over here. So what am I looking for here? The C. So I'm going to do C squared equals A squared plus B squared. Again, it does not matter what's A and what's B. You can switch them around, you'll get the same answer. And since I'm looking for C, I square root them and add. So 90 and 120. That should say 90, not 190. There you go. How far is Coach Dyer going to run? 150 yards. I know this is a lot, especially after y'all are going to come off of a weekend. Please, please, please take this home, put it in your backpack or put it in your computer somewhere that when you walk into this school on Monday, before you come to my class, you look at this review at least once. I will post this video in Schoology. I'll also post the key to this. All right?